Okay, welcome back to Camp Grandma, episode 11. So what you're looking at, we're gonna make some art tonight. It's kind of cool looking, but it also has an image of something that we've been seeing a lot. When you look on your computer, you see an image that looks like this a lot. So we're going to draw this tonight, and we're also gonna discuss how things spread. So all you need is, I'm just gonna grab some scrap paper here. We'll move our example aside. And you can use anything you want. I'm using the back of my insurance bill. All right, we're gonna do this on my insurance bill. And grab yourself something to draw with. Anything with color will do. If you have colored pencils or magic markers, or crayons, or this is really cool if you're an artsy person and you have pastels. This is really neat with pastels if you have them. I don't have them, but it's a really neat thing to do. So if you do have pastels, you should go grab those because that will make your art just amazing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of talk about this pandemic stuff and how things spread while we make some art. And so you can pick any color you want. It doesn't matter. I'm going to come at you kind of from the side here so that you can see. And we're going to start by making some dots. Anywhere you want. There's random dots. They don't have to be too far away. They don't have to be close. Socially distanced, of course. There we go. And we got some dots. All right, so we have our dots. And what I'm going to have you do is I'll have you put that one back and grab a different color. Any color you want. And so from each dot, I want you to make lines that come from the middle and they go out so that you make these little circles, kind of like fireworks, right? Little lines that go out. And all the way around. And once you get used to it, it goes a little quicker. If you have a hard time making them go straight, what you can do is go front and back and side to side, and then you do the middle of those two and the middle of those two. That's the easiest way. Front, back, side, side, middle of those, middle of those, middle of those, and it makes it easier and it makes it really even and nice and round. When you go, I should do this with my left hand so there's less shadow. Let's do that. So I'm going to put this back and I'm going to grab another color. And it's good to grab colors that are different from each other so that it pops out. You don't have to, but it makes it look really neat. So I'm going to, instead of the pink, I'm going to go with this sort of turquoise color. Let's see if I can use my other hand here to make it stick out a little bit. And from each of these guys, I'm going to put, no, left hand's not working. I'm going to move over here, lines coming out from the middle of each one of these little triangles that the first ones made. See the little triangle shape there? We're going to go in the middle of that and come out from the middle of those, and from the middle of those, and from the middle of those. So these pink guys that touch that blue guy in the middle, so they were just, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people that touched that little dot in the middle, and they took a walk. And then, of course, we have all this space here, so we're going to do another one. We're going to go around again because the blue guys touched more people. So we're going to go right off the ends of those pink ones, and we're just going to come right around. And it starts to make these beautiful starbursts because everything weirdly is beautiful in its own way, but what we're going to do is just keep going around these, and you can make other things besides lines, but whatever you start doing as you go around, you want to do that till you get all the way around. Forgot to do those guys there. And I'm going to grab another color. What should we do? Should we do this kind of weird, funky, yellowish green thing? So you don't have to do all lines. You can do whatever you want. You can do little things around your lines if you want to go around like that. You can make zigzags, you can do dots, you can do whatever you want, but whatever you do, I want you to go around all of your, what do we call these things? Starbursts? Go around all of them. Before we change colors, we're going to do the same thing on, okay, move Camp Grammy. I'm going to do the same thing on all of these, all the way around. And I'm going to go quick here, but you can take your time and really make this detailed. So I've gone all the way around my blue guys because I use these little cups, I guess we would call them. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you like. You can make whatever shape you like, but whatever you're doing, just like a cell in your body, we're going to go around every single one, and then we're going to change colors. And I'm going to go right off of those little dents there. That's how I'm going to go about this. And you can see how our little blue dot right in the middle that we started with for each one is really spread out pretty big. And what happens as you do these is they start to get close to each other. They start to bump into each other. So you can do a little bit, but you can't really go that way, but you can do whatever's left. So we're going to come around like this. And again, I'm going to do it real quick. And oop, this is bumping into it. So we're just going to start at the edge there like that. And I'm coming around. And this one, we can probably go all the way around without bumping into anything. And around, and again, like I said, I'm going really fast, but I want you to take your time so that you get a really neat drawing when you're done. And once you've gone around every single cell that we're creating here, we're making these cells, change your color. Let's see, let's do purple. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 purple lines between every pink line, and I'm just going to use that as a pattern, and I'm just going to go around and around and around, and again we're going to show up where it starts to bump, and where it bumps we're just going to leave it off. We're not even going to do it there. Around, and it's really neat looking. So we can't do anything on that side because it's already covered. So we're just going to go around the pink, and we're starting to bump into stuff over here. We've definitely bumped into stuff over there. We can do a couple little ones, and then popping it off the sides here, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Helps when you sing as you do your thing here. Singing's good for the soul. So now they're really starting to get close to each other. And you can also see, like we were talking about before, our blue dots, our little blue dots, look at how they've just spread out because each thing spread from the last thing. So I think I'm going to do some zigzags off of them now. I think I want to zigzag. I'm feeling kind of ziggy. I used to have a cat named Ziggy. She was Ziggy Stardust. She was like mom kitty to anything that came near her. She was a very cool cat. She used to take care of my children. And I went away somewhere once on a little mini vacation over the weekend, and I had somebody watching my house, and she acted like a watchdog and bit the lady that came to my house. How did we get off track here? So yeah, that was my cat Ziggy, but we're zigzagging. That's where we were at. Zigzagging right off of those, and you can see that everything from just those little tiny blue dots that we started in the middle of the paper, that we're just going straight out from the middle, and we're just spreading out from there. There we go. And once you start bumping into stuff, you just, bumped in, gotta stop. Bumped in, gotta stop. There we go. Bumped, 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 bumped. And I'm doing this way too quick. But you get the general idea. And when you're done, if you have some scissors, just to make them really look kind of round, you can take your tax bill, like my insurance bill. You can take your scissors and you can kind of cut the edges of those circles so that the paper doesn't really look square anymore. You can just sort of go around. And I've discovered that when you use scissors, it's easier to hold the scissors themselves kind of still and move your paper. You have more control this way. And we're gonna come right up around the edge of that circle and that circle. And we've got a little edge of this circle here and here and here and here, just to make them appear that they have roundness and they're sort of floating. So there is my super fast version of a spreading cellular beautiful piece of art. Here's another one that I did earlier that we started with an example. So you can do any color you want, you can do any shape that you want. You just want to remember that whatever you start, you want to do it around all of them until you bump into something. And it's kind of a neat looking thing, and it also kind of talks to how things really can spread. This one goes to 2 or 3, and this 3 goes to 5 or 6, and so on and so forth. So you take whatever you want out of that little talk, and I hope you have fun playing with your colored cells that you're going to make. And this is Camp Grandma signing off.